Okay, so here we are. We're going to go up here to Ember Shard Mine. Got Minerva right here. It's kind of a gloomy day. But we're going to go see, we're going to go test, there's probably a bandit or something up here. We're going to go have her fight this bandit and show you all. This is her default. So by default, this is what she will do. For those of you wondering, her new class, the Spell Sword class, is different from the Nightblade one she originally had in version 1.0. This new one, I think her alteration is a little bit lower in favor of maybe light armor, or maybe one-handed. So she, by default, she won't cast 2 alteration spells. Let's get her to fight this. She should only cast one of them. So as you can see, she's only casting one and using lightning bolts. And now we're in close quarters. She pulls out the sword. So that's her default fighting style. So you can see in terms of how she is as a spell sword. Let's go ahead and see what happens if we remove some of her spells. Like, let's say she only used lightning bolt right there. So you can, just to show you all what we can do here, let's go ahead and go to the spells. Hopefully the wind is not, it's a really nasty day outside, and my window is breaking, so the wind sometimes seeps through and it howls really loudly, so I apologize if that gets picked up. So, but her lightning bolt was on. Let's turn that off here. Let's see, what else should we do? Let's give her something that we'll know she'll use. Let's actually take away Firebolts, and let's give her Ice Spike. She didn't have Ice Spike before, so let's give her Ice Spike. Hopefully she'll actually use it. Let's resurrect this bandit. And let's see if she uses it. Well, she's going to use her... We're in too close quarters. I should have backed up a little bit further, so... Let's back away a little bit farther than that, or move this bandit away. Like I said, we can actually remove everything. Let's actually... Alright, let's do that. Let's give her Frostbite. So now she only has Frostbite and Ice Spike, which she did not have starting off. And there you go. As you can see, she's now using Ice Spike. So again, all of her spells will work if you customize her to however you want to. So, as she obliterates the bandit with Ice Spike, that's Minerva in terms of you changing spells for her. So, now let's change up her combat style. Let's make her something interesting. Let's make her only fight using her fists. Let's just see what happens when we do that. So, what we're going to do is take all these values and turn them down, including this one, everything here, and let's take her unarmed value and let's crank it all the way up. Now, just to be safe, you can remove all of her spells if you'd like. That way, she doesn't have anything. Now, these up here, I know she won't cast because she doesn't have high enough skill. So, what we're going to do now... Let's resurrect the bandits. And there you go. She is now using her fists. And that's it. So, she has a sword on her. So I'm just going to kind of keep staggering this bandit, because otherwise she's going to keep going down. I'm just going to see if they let her kill it. Because she'll go down. If bandit has an axe, she's got her fists, which she's using light armor, and she just does the normal whatever damage it does whenever you punch. Because she doesn't have the unarmed bonus. Come on. Come on, Minerva. So you can just see she'll use her fists, and that's it. That's all she'll use, her fists. Oh, yeah, I actually hit her instead. So there we go. She should. There you go. That's her fighting with her fists only. So you can do things like that, make her fight only using her fists. Let's see, what else can we have her do? Let's make her very, very defenseless. Does we have? No, okay. So what we're going to do now is make her be incredibly defensive. So you've seen how she can be really, really aggressive. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to change it up. We're going to increase her melee. We're going to lower these values down. I don't know. Let's put them rather low. Right there's fine. So right about in here, that'll do it. And let's increase her defensive value up to be pretty high. Let's kind of flip-flop them almost. So now she should, so we're in, let's see here. Let's make her pretty smart. Let's increase her smartness, her intelligence when blocking. So I'm gonna set these values up. Let's not use that in general. That bandit probably won't power attack. If she staggers them, let's make her use normal attacks more often. So there we go. let's not make her circle around so much and not make her fall back nearly as much. So, alright, so here we go. Resurrect the bandits, and we'll show you all that she will use her one-handed sword right there to block more. So, we're going to resurrect the bandits. And we'll see if we can get him to aggro on her, because he'll just want to fight me the whole time. So, there you go. So, as you can see, she's now very defensive. And as you all know, by default, she's not. So, you can see whenever the bandit was recoiling or staggered, she is being more aggressive and attacking. See, as the bandit staggered, she went ahead and attacked. So she's getting more intelligent when it comes to that type of stuff. And that's what you can do with her. You can make her, however, really smart or, I guess you could say dumb in some cases. So if you feel she's overpowered, you can adjust these values to make her do whatever you'd like. So, again, she can be whatever type of follower you would like her to be. She can be very aggressive offensively using melee weapons. She can be very defensive using sword and shields, or just defensive in general. Even as a mage, you know, if you think she's just too overpowered, she kills everything too fast, you can make her be more defensive, and she will want to hang back and not cast quite as much and not be nearly as aggressive. So one of the last things I'm going to do is actually take this sword, and we're going to let her go ahead and dual wield this.
Let me know if you need anything.
And we're going to increase her offensive value some, because she can't block with dual wielding. So don't have the whatever thing, and I don't really want to install it either, so that's just my choice. So we're going to increase these values back up. Again, if you'd like to know, R is default, so if you mess things up, just use R. That will reset everything back to default. So we're going to reset these back down. There's no reason to have those up, and I think that's pretty good. Leave it set right there at 10, and now she might obliterate this bandit pretty doggone quick, because she's very powerful with dual wielding one-handed weapons. So there you go. As you can see, she was dual wielding. So if I do this, let's see, she's got, you know, both swords, you know, one in one hand, one in the other. So that's pretty much a lot of really the main stuff you can do with her. The last thing I'm going to show you all is the class changes. So I'm going to go ahead and click on her right now, and her stamina is recharging. So is it already finished, or is it still on? All right, it's done. So you can see from her stats, which is this MFG console, for those of you that are not aware. I'll probably put something in the description about it. I don't know, I might not. But just look it up on the Nexus. Just look up, I think it's MFG console. You probably type console and you'll get it. But as you can see, here's her health, magicka, and stamina. So these are the values. These are her primary attributes. So what I'm going to do right now is type, let's get her heavy armor skill. So we're going to type this, and this will return her heavy armor skill. And as you can see at the bottom, you may have to make the video bigger, but it's 15. Her heavy armor skill is 15, which is pretty much the default value for the vanilla characters that have, you know, either level 1 or they don't have any skill or don't have any points in that skill, I guess you would say. So what we're gonna do now is we are going to change her class and level up, because that's actually the only way you can get her skills to reset is level up. Is NPCs that level up with the player in terms of the multiplier. That level up with you every time you level up. If you change their class, that's when their skills will kind of reset and be, you know, redistributed. The attributes will be redistributed, etc., etc. So I'm going to level up, and you can look at her stats right now. The biggest thing we'll look at right here is her magicka. It's 188 and 107 so it's basically 188 and 107. All right, to show this, we're going to change classes real quick. So she's a spell sword right now. Let's make her one-handed heavy armor. So that way she'll be one-handed with heavy armor. We're going to do that. We'll level up, and then I'll be back and showing you all what her skills look like now. So you can see there's her skills. So I'll be right back, and we'll show you what she looks like, her new skills, her new heavy armor skill in terms of how that changes to show you, and how her attributes look. So be right back. Okay, so now we're back. And let's take a look, and as you can see, I believe it said it was a 188 and 107. So as you can see, it's now changed. Magicka's 175, stamina 120. So her magicka has gone down, her stamina has gone up. So if we get her heavy armor skill again, you can see now it's up to 25. So it's increased from 10 points, or by 10 points, from 15 to 25. So you can do that, and that will, when you change her class and then level up as the player, her stats will redistribute. So her stats, her skills, and her primary attributes will be redistributed then. So she will be more proficient in those skills of that particular class. So hopefully you all enjoyed. Hopefully this was kind of helpful. Maybe not so much. This has gone on a little bit long. I might split this up into 2 videos, so I haven't decided. I'm still sitting here recording this, so if you're watching this as a second video, this may sound a bit weird, but yeah, I'm still doing this as one gigantic recording right now, but there's no way I don't think so, unless I cut a ton of it down. But anyways, hopefully you all enjoy this new update. It was kind of fun to make, and you can make Minerva into whatever you want. You want her to be whatever type of follower you want to, she can do it. Just change her class to have her skills set, change up her combat style, make her be more proficient in melee, magic, unarmed if you want to, marksman as an archery, bows and crossbows. Be very aggressive offensively, but very defensive. Whatever you want to, she can be. You can make her the most intelligent follower out there. You can make her the dumbest follower out there. Whatever you want to. She is totally customizable to whatever you'd like her to be. So, thank you all so much for watching, and take care.